Hey everybody, I've got a Workhorse update for you. We have some recent news to go over, and we also have an upcoming earnings to look out for. And at the end here, we'll look at the chart. But let's get into this Workhorse news. Wkhs is the ticker, and they did announce another dealership coming aboard. So let's take a look. And this news did come out today as of this upload on August 2nd that Workhorse Group expanded their California presence, adding Western Truck Exchange as its latest certified dealer in California. And looking back in March of 2023, they did announce Kingsburg Truck Center as its first certified dealership in California, and now we have another certified dealership taking Workhorse vehicles aboard. But basically, the certified dealer program is an initiative to develop an official network of verified dealers that have passed the protocols necessary to safely repair and maintain the electric components of Workhorse's vehicles. Workhorse has established a comprehensive training program that provides dealers with both hands-on and online training, including technical sales training. The program enables the dealers to safely assist customers with vehicle maintenance, in addition to providing strategies for vehicle deployment into their fleets. And to ensure high-quality vehicle maintenance, Workhorse certified dealers have also made investments in EV charging infrastructure, tooling, and building out spare parts inventory. Now, Western Truck Exchange, or WTE, is a fourth-generation family-owned business partnering with Workhorse to sell, service, and upfit its vehicles, which includes the W4CC and W750. Now, WTE is located in LA, and they occupy a significant in-market opportunity in one of the most EV-friendly states in the US, California. And through over 100 years of experience, WTE has become a trusted partner to customers looking for trucks, repairs, and more. And Workhorse's own CEO says we're continuing to build a strong foundation for both our dealers and end customers through the expansion of our certified dealer program. Partnering with WTE allows us to grow our dealer network through a trusted operator in the critical California end market, which has some of the most favorable government incentives in the country. As we increase our manufacturing throughput in the coming months, we look forward to bringing more W4CCs and W750 models off the line for Western Truck Exchange to market and sell to its expansive customer base. Now, WTE's president Dan Haltzman added that as fleet operators across California shift to electric alternatives, we appreciate the opportunity to partner with Workhorse at the forefront of the EV transition. Workhorse trucks provide a compelling zero-emission option for commercial vehicle operators, and we look forward to offering these vehicles to new purchasers as well as our long-standing customers who've relied on us to provide the best-in-class vehicles and service for 3 generations. Now, a little more about WTE, or Western Truck Exchange. They were established in 1922. And they focus on truck sales, parts, truck repairs, truck rentals, and truck bodies. With over 100 trucks for sale on hand at any given time, more than 20 skilled truck technicians, $150 million worth of truck parts in inventory, doing business with Western Truck Exchange is quick, easy, and professional every time. And WTE is a factory direct OEM distributor for International, GMC, Mitsubishi, Fuso trucks, as well as Caterpillar engines, Cummins engines, and Allison automatic transmissions. Now, let me know how you guys feel about this news with Workhorse and WTE. This is a great addition to their already growing list of certified dealers. Now, we have 2 in California, we have 1 in Georgia, and 1 in New York as well. But this is definitely another step in a positive direction. And next up, you have a date to be aware of coming up. That's going to be earnings. And a lot of small caps are going to be reporting earnings, so it is going to be a very busy month, the month of August. And Workhorse earnings call is going to be August 8th, so about a week away from today. And I do want to get into a couple things there. Now, before we get into the chart, I did want to mention that they're expected to get right around $15 million in revenue here. Do you think they will hit it? Do you think they will miss it? Do you think they'll exceed it? They do have a track record recently in the last couple of quarters of missing revenue quite considerably. Previous earnings, they're expected nearly $10 million. They reported $1.6 million. Quarter before that, they're expecting $10.7 million. They reported $3.4 million. This was partly due to supply problems, last second things that they needed for certain vehicles, and as many of you know, they did discontinue the C1000, which was a vehicle that was produced under the previous execs with Workhorse. So now we're under a new set of execs. The new vehicles do seem to be rolling out, but I'm curious, do you guys think they're gonna start seeing growing revenue consistently? It is one thing I do expect to see, and it'll be very, very disappointing if we don't actually see that. I think the execs have had quite a bit of time now, and we should start seeing the sales ramp up, the revenue ramp up, and that's just the vehicle side of things. We also have the drones to look forward to. They have recently announced some commercial sales of some drones as well. So we'll see if that's reflected in their revenue for that quarter as well. Getting to the chart, I do have some levels for you guys to watch out for. You'll notice this blue line, the top blue line, this is the 140 area. This was a previous just a very strong support that once we hit it, we just went on a huge bounce. Well, we started pulling back from there. We failed the 50 MA, continued down. We did not hold that 140. It did try to test it, but it found it as a resistance. And it does look like we're finding it as a resistance a second time. So I do think a break over 140 is going to be very important to see. So that is one thing with Workhorse that I'm watching for. If we do get a couple consecutive green days, I will be watching for a break above 140 that could bring some further buying pressure, some further momentum to the upside. Now, while the chart isn't 100% bullish yet, things are looking better. We are trading above the 50 MA. The 50 MA is also pointing upwards, which is a good sign. However, we are still hovering under the 200 moving average, this green line. And currently this sits at about 160. Now, if we can continue pushing upwards, maybe a little bit of sideways action, but in general, pushing upwards, breaking that 140, we will start seeing this 200 moving average start pointing upwards, which is the start of a potential bull run. And more so if we can actually get a golden cross. This is where the 50 breaks above the 200. So that's another thing I'm looking for. One, a break of the $1.40 level. And two, seeing this green moving average actually start pointing upwards, not downwards. I think from a technical standpoint, these are two important things to watch for Workhorse. And keep an eye on this orange line as well. This is kind of the trend we've been riding up. If we do break this trend, we may likely test the 50 MA once more. Now, I did want to pull up the EMAs, the exponential moving averages. We are trading above the 50 and the 100, but we're still hovering under the 200. And the 200 is sort of pushing downwards, still pointing downwards a bit, but we do have some upward momentum on the 150 EMA. So the 200 EMA is kind of pointing downwards. If we can get some more buying pressure, some more uptrend, we will start seeing these trends as well as the moving averages start trending upwards, which is a great sign to see. But regardless of technicals, what we need to really see is a good earnings. And that good earnings can push those technicals into the right direction. The stock market doesn't solely rely on technicals. There is a combination of moving parts to be aware of, such as earnings, fundamentals. Is revenue trending up? Is the macro environment improving or getting worse? Is the Fed raising or lowering rates? There are so many moving parts. But if we can start seeing a more bullish chart, that is a step in the right direction. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know how you're feeling about this recent news with this California dealership. And also let me know how you feel about earnings coming up. Do you think it's going to be really good? Do you think it's going to be really bad or so-so? As with every earnings, I'll be tuning into their call, listening to the Q&A. There's a lot of information there with Workhorse specifically. So I suggest you listen to their earnings call as well. It is typically anywhere from a half hour to an hour long, as with most earnings calls. But I do think if you're an investor in Workhorse or thinking about investing in Workhorse, it is well worth listening to. Thanks again for watching, guys, and stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a CleanSpark mining update. They just released their numbers and they did add to their HODL balance. So if you're into Bitcoin miners, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, look out for that next upcoming video about CleanSpark. And until next time, guys, take it easy.